Judging by the weather, you could have thought we were in Bilbao, but in fact it was Seville and the Benito Villamarin, where Real Betis have only won 1 out of 5 home games now after losing to Athletic Club by 3-1. Beñat back at his old club, first put in this ball for Mikel San Jose, who somehow glanced the header wide, and it was really a warning of things to come for Betis, whose defence was shredded open time and time again by Athletic Club. This time DeMarcos pushing forward from right back, almost catching out Adan, who really kept his side in it today, did as much as he could despite losing 3-1. Here we see again the defending, terrible from the corner kick. In the end, the balls dropped back to Iñaki Williams, who with that strike scored his 2nd goal of the Liga BBVA this campaign. Take nothing away from the finish, but not the best defending from Betis. 2 players looking at each other. Xavi Merino takes advantage of it and plays it back to Iñaki Williams, who puts that one past Adan.
You really get the impression that with the torrential rain, the Athletic players felt much more at home than Betis did in the Villamarin.
Well, people made jokes about it, but it's probably true that the Athletic Bilbao players are more used to it, and they definitely came out much more intense than Betis. It took a long time to really come into life in this game. Here we see Aritz Aduriz, who normally punishes teams with those chances. Today, he wasn't at his clinical best. Raul Garcia, who had probably his best game in an Athletic Club shirt there, providing the assist for Aduriz. Here we do see Aduriz putting one away, but he was just offside, as we'll see from the replay. Slightly ahead of Piccini. Again, great ball from Beñat, who played a fantastic match at his former ground. And as we can see in all the images, 4 Athletic Bilbao shirts pushing forward. Always plenty of numbers in attack. This came just before half-time whistle was blown. The cross from Raul Garcia and Iñaki Williams, showing he's got a bit of class about him as well, not just pace. Brilliant finish, flicking it past Antonio Adan. But again, the defending. If Williams doesn't put it away, Balenciaga is on hand to score 2-0 just before half-time.
Yeah, what's always impressed me about Williams isn't just his pace, it's his movement off the ball. Absolutely brilliant there. He found himself completely alone.
And he was single-handedly the reason why Athletic Club was so comfortably ahead of Real Betis at the Villamarin. We see plenty of chances from Athletic. They didn't punish Betis. They almost lived to regret it afterwards. We'll see it further ahead. But how about this for a save from Antonio Adan? It's headed back from Aduriz to Raul Garcia, who's definitely got to think he's scored this. We'll see the volley here. Somehow Antonio Adan brings out the left foot. Unbelievable save, really, from the former Real Madrid man. He kept his side in it, and Raul Garcia, again, catching Adan off his line. His chip hitting the crossbar, and then Aduriz, surprisingly for him, player of his standards, you'd expect him to put away a cross from Williams, but we saw enough chances for Athletic Club to really be up by 5 or 6 goals by the time this happened. Well, this was the first claim for a penalty. It does look like it strikes Laporte on the arm. It's an awkward movement from the French defender, nothing given, but then this was a penalty. Joaquin, who gave it absolutely everything down the wing, always taking on the fullback, and his cross catching the arm of Iñaki Williams. And Betis, who really hadn't done anything in the game, suddenly found themselves with 30 minutes to go, given an absolute lifeline, a penalty kick, which wasn't the most convincing penalty ever taken by Rubén Castro. And without doing anything, Betis suddenly started to believe. The stadium started to really spur them on, and had 30 minutes where it looked like maybe they could have got a draw out of a game which looked all but lost. You see a chance from Ricky van Wolfswinkel, given a chance today in attack, and the Dutchman performed quite well. That one just about not getting there, Rubén Castro. And Athletic Club, Aritz Aduriz, showing some of his class with that control. His first touch here to get away from the defender. Again, it's Antonio Adan making the umpteenth save of the match in goal for Real Betis. But this one he couldn't keep out. This was the one that sealed the 3 points for Athletic Bilbao. It's those two linking up brilliantly, as they have done ever since Raul Garcia joined from Atletico Madrid in the summer. Brilliant nodded back header from Aritz Aduriz. Raul Garcia firing away on his weaker left foot.
He does really well to keep it down as well. Brilliant technique from Garcia.
And that's how Athletic Club came away with all 3 points from a rainy Seville at the Benito Villamarin.